Take a seat. Enjoy the video. Thank you. Okay, well, let me give it to you flat out. I'm so screwed beyond hope. So much for hoping I would get out of here soon. Now I'm down here deep in the bowels of this place where the sun doesn't shine and there's no females around. Also, for some reason I can't jump while I'm within this particular spot right here where the elevator should be. But then as soon as I step, out into the tunnel, I'm all back to normal. So that's definitely weird. Hong Kong. That's what the boxes over there say. Wish I wasn't Hong Kong right now. Honestly, I would just as soon be anywhere that's not here. Doesn't matter where, so long as it's not here. What was that? Is someone coming down in the elevator? Guess not. Okay then, right this way. Now, look down this tunnel and tell me nothing like that could exist in real life. Well, actually, there's just a place in Canada called Snow Lab, which is like an underground science lab specializing in dark matter physics. So Red Barrels, the guys behind Outlast, definitely drew some inspiration from there. Now, tell me honestly, how can you not have a crush on this guy? Lost his fingers, nearly kissed his head goodbye a couple dozen times, faced Traeger and survived. All that, and he's still got the nerve to be moseying down the hall like it's like he's about to punch out on a Friday night. And now he's crawling on all fours like a beast. Love it. Well, I'll be honest, that looks a little ominous, like something bad is about to happen. What did I just film? The door? Oh, well, actually, I recognize this place. Do you?
And you, our Lord, the Wall Rider, tearing his truth into the unbelievers.
Papa?
The only way out of this place is the truth.
What? No. Fuck.
Miles, don't be talking silly. Come on, man. We're not dying in here. Just what? We're gonna film the rest of this mess, then turn tail, and ride back into the sunset. I'm really sorry to hear that Miles has been having these really bad vibes about dining here.
Subscribe.
Man, this place, I wish Traeger could have been here to see this. Would have loved it, man. It's too bad the emaciated bitch kicked the bucket, when we crushed him like a miserable little bitch. Should have known that fossilized cunt wouldn't be up for the real challenge, All he was good for was talk out of his scrawny little ass. We have some screens with names on them, seen those before. This setup is spiffy. Ooh, there's a plant. How awesome is that? Man, those bitches were all about, the green stuff, like saving the planet and all that nonsense. Okay, let me grab this file and give it a read real quick. And this one came straight from Wernicke's journal, it would seem, and it's a snippet of Frankenstein. Man, I cried. How ignorant art thou in thy pride of wisdom? Seize, you know not what it is you say. So I don't know if it's supposed to be a hint that Wernicke might have been feeling bad about playing God, maybe even having regrets about his decision to be involved in this Project Wall Rider. Maybe. But, pride of wisdom does that to you. Okay, well, let me just give it a quick double take, just for good measure. For good measure and for good luck, because our Lord, the Wall Rider, knows I'm gonna need all the luck going forward. Okay, it looks like I'm ready to wrap up and move on to the next area. So, let's go. And yeah, of course, we can't go a minute without, diving into pitch black darkness. Thank goodness for this night vision. And would you look at that? Some dead Murkoff scientist. We've never seen one until just now, only security and, regular staff. So this is... That's lovely. Someone's arm. A nice arm, man. Whoever that was. And whatever is written on the assault rifle, it's too illegible to make it out. But it looks like an M4 carbine, unless I've got it all wrong. Next, there's something odd about the floor just down the hall a short ways, and pay attention to these marks. They look almost like skid marks or tire marks or whatever. Call me a nutcase, but I have a good reason to believe someone has been wheeling in and out of here a lot, like in a wheelchair. Well, say what you will, but whoever built this place, they sure knew a thing or two about building massive. And there it is, the morphogenic engine, right this way. I mean, imagine the amount of money that went into all of this. Like, we're talking hundreds of millions at bare minimum. And, of course, you can't pay me not to try this. There's a door, and doors mean one thing. Wall riding, literally. So let me just see if I can get it to work real quick. And there's something off about this door in particular. I'm telling you right now, you would think it was cursed to be a regular door. It won't let me boost myself up onto the door. Like, what gives? Oh, sons of bitches always trying to keep the player down. It's alright. It'll pay. It'll definitely pay for that. Anyway, we have more items with Morin on them. Morin is one of the developers, by the way. In fact, I believe he's a lead or a CEO or something. And somebody was stripped apart on the floor over here. Wow. No human being could have dismembered someone like that. So it must have been something worse. And that don't give me any confidence to be here. I should have never said that. Oh god, and now I'm walking on that bloody gun. Morin. My man wants all the spotlights. You know, perfectly understandable. Okay, let's see if we can figure out what kind of drugs they've been working with here. So we got some TVs. Okay, so we have some freezers with drugs. And zooming in to see the brands, the names on them, you might be able to actually see something. So this says, let me see, what does it say? Units, ML. Okay, well, these don't have much going on them. It's just like standard stuff. But look, we have some medication, and these are actually rubber gloves, like disposable gloves, you know. So that's pretty nice. And what's here? Looks like a pinch point, which means like don't put your dick through it. You know, it might get pinched. Lovely. And if you zoom in to see what's going on here, look, there he is again. Morin pills. What a narcissist, eh? I mean, imagine your name was on every household item, like hand dryers, toilet seats, even pills that turn decent members of society into full-fledged crazies. Also, we have some stacks of books, but those are illegible. And these guts again. All right, so, and let's look at the clock now. Remember, these were kind of a bit sort of glitchy or full of shit before. So now it says 4 a.m. Okay, well, that's more or less believable. I could believe, you know, it's been a while. And bear with me real quick. I need to check this door, you know, to see if I could possibly use it to clip through the map's boundaries. And take it from me, these doors are weird. Like, either that, or I'm getting rusty at this, like, door right-in thing. Could be both, but I don't know. For some reason, I just can't nail it. You know, some days are bad, some days are good, I suppose. But something is wrong. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna waste my time. But it would be so lovely. What are those? They look like oxygen tanks or something. I bet they say Morin again, right? Let me see. Caution, and the rest is illegible. And yeah, well, it doesn't say Morin, but whatever. I mean, I bet Morin made those. This guy is behind everything, even the goddamn pills. Okay, next up. If the last room hit hard, what with the guts and stuff, this one steps up the game big time. And look over here, we have pickled heads and limbs, all human. And one of them is still staring at something, by the way. Have you ever seen a pickled human head in real life? I know I haven't. I mean, I know if I did, I would probably throw up in my own mouth. And over here, there are some x-ray images. Patient 1287B, probably the same guy pickled inside that glassware. Now, I'm no doctor, so granted, I could not possibly interpret these images, but if anyone can, talk to me down in the comments. Like, is there anything wrong with these? Anything at all? Maybe tumors, perhaps? I know we've read reports of patients having cancer tumors, following the morphogenic therapy, so this could indicate something. And we've seen pasted human bodies before, but this is some next level stuff. Someone imploded before they exploded, I don't know, someone was blown to bits the size of a pea. And I'm telling you right now, it was no variant. I don't think we've seen any signs of the variants ever making it into this lab. It was something much, much worse. And this post-mortem report says it all by someone named Jan Rolland. Bitch. Though she vents to her supervisor about poor results in her research, says she's been cutting open all these patients to check, how well they are catching on to the morphogenic engine therapy, and, big surprise, they all turned out way behind the curve. So all patients failed to show any promising results. She also mentions submitting another request to leave due to the stressful nature of her research, and even takes a jab at Wernicke, calling this whole ugly business as too much faith in one crazy Nazi's theories. So, gotta love the part where she says these reports need to be revised by the Markov legal team to make them look all nice and shiny from the legal point of view. What a bitch. You know what? If there's one thing we haven't seen around here, it's booze. Like, are you gonna tell me no one in this place would have had a rainy day stash or anything? Like, not even a can of beer ski? Come on, like, I get it that it's a high security facility. I mean, I doubt they would let their staff stumble around shit-faced. But still, Miles could sure use a drink right about now, and a shower is a close second. Okay, so I feel like I'm onto something here with this door. It almost looks like we could ride this particular door and, do that to take a walk around the map or outside the map. And I'm really curious to see what this place looks like from the outside looking in. And it took me a fair bit of trial and error, but eventually I got it to work. And, son of a bitch, the wall right above the door is solid as rock. So, no, we can't shimmy along, the wall's edge like I'd normally do, but I still have my camera, and my camera has zoom, so I can zoom in to kind of poke around. It's not like, see, I can't even walk. Okay, well, whatever. Let's see if we can make sense of that bit of the map over there. Now, we can describe what looks like mountains. So far, so good. I mean, after all, we are up in the mountains. Also, we have a screen or a backdrop that sort of serves as a source of light. So, there's no real sun out there. How about that? It's just a soft box shining on a small patch of textures to make it look like there's something out there. And now let's see if these pipes might be real or solid. No, well, I guess they're not. Yeah, so like I said, there's really not a whole lot we can do here unless we're using some mods or whatever, but I'm not doing that. And there she is. See, this door is going to do something absolutely zany for us just down the road. For now, just know that you can get on top of it by opening and, jumping into the door, but the wall is rock solid, so you can only go so far, right? So instead, I'm just going to leave this door closed and make sure I can walk through it nice and easy without having to open it. There. Much better. And now let's bounce. Wow. Well, what a place. I mean, for real though, tell me this tunnel doesn't look like the one in the image. Like, that's a real-life physics research facility called Snow Lab, right? I mean, I might have said that already, I'm just going to pretend I didn't. And would you look at that? Holy moly. Yes. Finally, our chance to escape this nightmare lies directly through that loading bay out there. The gates are open, nothing to hold us back now. Now to figure out how to get there, to that door, and we should be golden. Or, at least, that's what the game wants you to think. Truth is, that area is as fake as they get. Just a backdrop to, to give you a false sense of safety. Like, oh my god, I'm literally 1 foot out the door, right? Like, no, there's no escape from this hell. We're in it for good. And I realize that some people might be, like, blowing their tops off right now. Like, no, how dare you spoil the plot? Dude, shut the hell up. Really, it doesn't take a genius to figure out we were brought down here for a reason, right? If the game wanted us to escape, we would have done so long ago through the admin block, right? There's a reason we're down here. And as for the loading bay, it's off limits at all times. Trust me, no amount of door glitches can get you in for a closer look. That's why I've been checking out every door I've seen so far, right? To see if I could use them to clip through the map. Now, the only way in would be to use mods, which isn't part of this walkthrough, but, just for the sake of checking off that little box, here's what the loading bay looks like from the other side. And yeah, I mean, I guess we should be thankful, they won't let us get out through there, because there's nothing out here. Alright. Damned if I do, damned if I don't, right? Okay, let's spin around and step through this one back here. There's something worth a look. And that's just another room with, freezers full of drugs. And these look a little bit messier, as if, someone had tried to clean them out and, make off with all the drugs. We have same Morin pills here we've seen before. That bastard. Okay, well, let me just poke around behind these freezers for, just for good measure. Never know where, a battery or two might be lurking. And just my luck. Now, whatever, let's move on to the good stuff. See this dry erase board with the morphogenic engine formula scribbled in blue marker? Yeah, make sure to film it for a few seconds to collect another note. So this one is just, a bit of a crazy rant, and knowing Miles, I hardly expected anything less from him. The guy has been through hell, and call it a hunch, I bet he hasn't gotten laid in a while, so, that does it to you. Anyway, what's interesting is the formula itself, right? I'm no math buff, so granted, all I'm seeing is a bunch of variables and numbers, but there are some people on Reddit who actually did try to solve this formula. And let's see where they got. Shit. Well, all I see is a blonde here, a dark-haired buxom girl over there. Oh, there's even a redhead minx. Those are my favorite. Anyways, some people laid it out pretty good. Saying the basic idea is pretty sound, what with the microwave effects on the human brain being science fact, not science fiction. But overall, the formula appears to be very incomplete, even a bit janky, with too many variables and not enough real numbers to plug into it. So, long story short, you might try to create something remotely resembling the morphogenic engine in real life, using a combination of mind-altering drugs, microwaves, and sound waves known as the fear frequency, which is known to induce hallucinations and even madness in people. They did something similar before, look up, MK Ultra, which is also referenced quite a bit in this game. And yes, you got that right. I refuse to give up on these goddamn doors, because hey, nobody likes a quitter. That's what they always say, right? I mean, it's too bad this door is just as useless as the rest of them. Anywhere else in the game, door writing can go a really long way, but down here in the underground lab, you might as well forget all about it. Just as well, I guess. I was just about to head on down to see if there is an exit. I mean, there's gotta be a way out, right? I'm still hanging on like it's my walking stick, even though I know 100% we're not getting out of here alive. And before we head further down the tunnel, let me just fall back for a quick bit, to make sure this last door we came out of is still there and transparent. Well, not exactly transparent, but you get it. Okay, so everything looks nice and hunky-dory. The loading bay access should be right down the hall and around the band, and then it's out through there and we're finally free. My brother in Christ, you had a really tough night. Talk about workplace incidents, right? Makes you wonder what line of bullshit they'll cook up for his surviving family members, just to keep them shut up. And I'll be frank, you hear that, the tension in the music, they might as well be screaming, something bad is about to happen. Anyway, the loading bay is right down the hall. Let's just put some pep in that step Come on, Miles. Hurry it up. We ain't got time to fuck around. Now, check this shit out. It looks like a flying turd. Come on, man, what you got?
What you got, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially screwed. Saw that flying piece of garbage? That was none other than the wall rider himself, or itself, or themselves, you know, he, she, them, whatever. And now check this shit out. Right through here, and boom! Shakalaka. Did you see what I just did? Well, no? Well, okay, well, normally you would have to open this door, like to get away from the wall rider. In that case, a scripted scene would be triggered where, who gives a shit, right? I mean, we'll get around to that in just a minute. For now, let's just see how long we can dodge this crap, if at all. And there comes a point in every man's life when he's faced with a dilemma. Is he a sheep or a goat? Her, him, or them? And right now, Miles is faced with a dilemma: to die like a man or a coward. And that flying piece of turd just fucked me up beyond repair. Okay then, lesson learned the hard way. Good thing, you know, Miles has a reset button. I mean, I wish life had one too. I would go back and buy all the Bitcoin in the world. And we're not fucking around this time, and this happens. Oh, fuck me. Woohoo! Oh, shit. Holy cow, look at that. It's beautiful. There we go, you son of a bitch. Give him hell. No, 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 no. Don't kill my buddy. He's my pal. What are you doing? Well, I'll be damned if I don't feel like a dick right now. If I didn't piss off the wall rider, Chris would not have been shredded to pieces. But I mean, in that case, he would have ripped my head off, right? I'd be dead by now. Did you see that shit? My God, he got totally manhandled, bodied, you know. All he had to do was tap out and, you know, perhaps say the safe word, like little pig. In my case, it's little cock. I wonder if I could place a jar or a bucket or something just to collect Chris, you know, and give him a proper funeral. Like flushing him down the toilet. So yeah, if anyone is still sort of struggling to piece it all together, Chris wasn't the actual bad guy in all of this. He was just a patient, a byproduct of this whole, you know, science gone mad shit. And having been ex-military, he was just following protocols, you know, trying to contain the incident by, you know, killing off all viable subjects, myself included, or at least he was trying to kill me. So anyone who could have become a new host for this wall rider swarm, he killed them all. So yeah, rest in peace, Chris. You were a piece of shit, but you were a necessary piece of shit. Makes me really wonder if the wall rider spared my life on purpose, or he just felt lazy in the moment. Because he was right there. It could have tossed me into the grinder right after Chris. And suddenly this door is wide open and sounds like someone wants to, you know, to talk to us.
I know. I am supposed to be dead.
It's that German fossil.
No such luck. I am older than sin, but somehow the only one left. Because of Billy.
My God, you look like a prune.
He takes care of me.
Hey, no offense, old man, but you should definitely cut back on caffeine.
He may think I'm his father. He certainly loves me, poor idiot.
Poor bastard.
Do you know what this symbol represents?
I don't know. Looks like a threesome.
It warns of a nanohazard.
Oh,
Microscopic machines.
okay.
Technology
Never mind.
had for decades but never mastered.
You ancient piece of shit.
Murkoff discovered in my research a workaround. Turning the cells in the human body into manufactories. It's the natural function of cells to produce molecules, but through psychosomatic direction, we engineered the precise molecules necessary. Mind over body. It was foolish and wrong to think we could control it. To use madmen to make something so strong. You have to stop him to murder Billy.
Murder. I have to murder Billy.
His anesthesia. You have to undo what I've done. No one can get out of this place while he lives. You must kill him.
Oh, please, tell me he just had a stroke out of nowhere. You still hanging on, old man?
We achieved something.
Oh shit, well, never mind.
Those fascists thought it was spirits.
Nobody likes a quitter. Alright then, I get it.
Let them kill themselves, thinking there was some kind of afterlife now empirically promised to them. Fools.
Fools.
Poor Alan. He would weep to see what I've built from his dreams. Billy doesn't mean harm.
For real? Doesn't mean harm? Dude, he just literally manhandled my best pal. Turned him into pizza paste.
He's a child with a damaged mind, granted the powers of a god. It would make any of us into a monster. You must end this. We all must die here.
Bah.
Both knew the danger, and they didn't care. In the corporation's mind, we were all just dollar amounts in a ledger.
Oh, don't give me this shit.
Profits Project Warrider promised overshadowed whatever pitiful balance a few doctors and patients amounted to. He will spread if you don't stop him. The morphogenic engine is self-perpetuating. I pray to God you have the strength to end it here with your death. More than anything, I want rest. Billy will not let me die. You could never imagine how cruel this is. I only want to die.
Okay then. Well, right you are, old man. Okay, we all have to die today. There's a nice ring to it, don't you think? And tell you what, it's been a long day. So I say we all wrap up here and now. We'll investigate this office in the next episode. For now, take care and stay hydrated. Peace and chicken grease.